A blatant militarist provocation from Japan's leader, ongoing since the end of World War II. Before we get to understanding why, here is the painful historical lessons all of us should never forget. China suffered 35 million casualties during Japan's 14 years war of invasion from 1931 to 1945. Widespread atrocities, including the Nanjing Massacre, biological warfare programs like Unit 731, and the systematic use of comfort women from occupied territories, including the Taiwan region. But inheritors of the toxic Japanese militarism want to deny the darkest part of the country's history, even by stoking anti-China sentiment at home. They have turned themselves into Japan's right-wing forces, evading the aggression responsibilities, with an eye to revising the pacifist constitution and expanding military. Under the Constitution of Japan, effective in 1947, Article 9 states, "The Japanese people forever renounce war as a sovereign right of the nation and the threat or use of force as means of settling international disputes." Now the so-called survival-threatening situation, a pretext the former government Shinzo Abe created a decade ago in an attempt to free Japan from the post-war system, has been retained by his faithful successor, Sanae Takaichi. During a recent parliamentary hearing, the new prime minister linked such rhetoric to a contingency hypothesis over Japan's once colonized Taiwan region, talking more than the ambitious defensive policy while signaling military interferences in China. The fallacy is outright against Japan's constitutional limits, threatening to use force to undermine China's sovereignty. Within a month of taking office, Takaichi has shown the world Japan's right-wing playbook. She downplayed Japan's wartime past, bringing forward the goal to increase defense spending and reviewing Japan's non-nuclear principles despite strong domestic opposition. What has driven her harder right stance? Getting to the top wasn't easy, neither is holding on to the prime minister's office. Takaichi's political ascent is inextricably linked to the Abe faction, in which accusing China has become political opportunism. With effort, the far-right parties, including the Abe faction, has bred the China hawk, who has become the first female prime minister, fully proving that the ultra-conservative with the populist slogan, "Japan is back," was the right one to rally nationalist sentiment. To consolidate the right-wing base, Takaichi opts to disturb the irrefutable facts of history, take a mistaken China policy, and advance along the road to military resurgence. You see, Takaichi built her career on distorting history, denying the Nanjing Massacre and worshipping at the war-linked Yasukuni Shrine, and questioning the 1995 Murayama Statement on the occasion of the 50th anniversary of War's End, which the Chinese Foreign Ministry posted this week.
During a certain period in the not-too-distant past, Japan, following a mistaken national policy, advanced along the road to war, only to ensnare the Japanese people in a fateful crisis, and through its colonial rule and aggression, caused tremendous damage and suffering to the people of many countries, particularly to those of Asian nations. In the hope that no such mistake be made in the future, I regard, in a spirit of humility, these irrefutable facts of history, and express here once again my feelings of deep remorse and state of heartfelt apology.
Post-war Japan never thoroughly reckoned with its war crimes. Many escaped accountability. Emperor Hirohito's immunity created an accountable system, allowing right-wing forces to tout China threat theories, using anti-China rhetoric as a cheap campaign tactic. If Japan persists in militarist delusions without settling historical counts, East Asia will never know peace. And for the far-right parties, they're breeding leaders set to give Japan a fate worse than death.